Hello and welcome to Syndicate 6 Google Sites. The theme of our assignment is around national cultures and how to work across different national cultures in a global business. In our effort to address this potential obstacle faced by global business, we will be making use of the Hofstede model. Our presentation will follow the following structure. Number 1, core theory. Number 2, how the core theory plays out in our video call. Number 3, limitations of this model. And finally, number 4, additional research and models. Number 1, looking at the core theory of the Hofstede model. Hofstede postulates that there are 6 elements of national culture. Number 1, power distance, the extent and acceptance of unequal distribution of power. Number 2, individualism versus collectivism. This speaks to the extent that the individual is emphasized over the group. Number 3, masculinity versus femininity. The extent of emphasis on competitiveness, assertiveness, achievement, and money. Number 5, uncertainty avoidance. The extent to which people are comfortable dealing with the unknown. Number 5, long-term versus short-term. This speaks to the extent of emphasis on thrift and perseverance versus current spending. Finally, indulgence versus restraint. This speaks to the degree to which cultures allow or restrict free gratification. Our recorded video showcases the cultural differences that arose during the acquisition of a Tanzanian payment processing company called AfriPay by a large Silicon Valley-based multinational payments company called TopPay. We will look at the examples of how the various Hofstede cultural elements as they present during the course of the video call. Number 1, power distance.
Of our loved ones in these times of COVID. And
Aliyah, bring some coffee.
I will do that, sir. How do you want it?
Same as always.
Everyone, now that we have...
In this clip, we see the extent to which Tanzanian culture allows and accepts the unequal distribution of power. When George from AfriPay instructs Aliyah, the general manager, to make coffee, she accepts this instruction and readily executes, much to the consternation of the American executive team. Individualism versus collectivism.
Good morning, team.
Look, guys, I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I called this meeting because I really don't understand how are we supposed to make headway with the AfriPay situation. There's just too much to do.
Rachel, I hear you, but I really think you need to take a step back from this and just breathe. We need to reach out to George and Aliyah and let them guide our decisions on this. This is ultimately a team effort, and George and Aliyah are now part of our family.
Stephanie, with all due respect, I think we know how to approach the situation because I've been running this business for the last 5 years.
I've seen you do great, Rachel. However, I want to concur with Steffi on this one. We need to relax a bit. It's a new space. I really think you need to trust the process in this.
Stephanie argues for the inputs of strategic decisions should be gained from the greater group, both the Americans and their Tanzanian counterparts. This speaks to collectivism, the management of groups instead of the management of individuals. Rachel's insistence on doing things her way is a form of individualism. Her opinion, in her mind, should matter more than that of the group. Masculinity versus femininity.
Grateful. I'd like to go around and hear what everyone on this call is grateful for today.
We are grateful for life, my sister. Very grateful.
Thank you, Aliyah.
Agreed. We are very grateful for life in Africa.
Steffi, we feel great. We can move on now.
Having watched this video, one can see that Francis displays traits of masculinity. He shows visible irritation with Stephanie's kind-hearted and caring attitude. This assertiveness is commonly associated with masculinity. Conversely, the Tanzanians were happy to share what they are grateful for, traits that are traditionally associated with femininity, like caring about others and the quality of life. Number 4, uncertainty avoidance.
I see they want to buy our company. I don't understand where this idea is coming from. These Americans feel like they can just come to Africa with their dollar and then just get whatever they want.
It depends on how you look at it, my brother. These people are bringing dollars into our country and into Africa as a whole. It's a great opportunity for
the dollars. Our fathers were told the same thing. Even now, no, I don't want to hear anything. We've been supporting and funding this business from our balance sheet. All the
Calm down,
profits
brother. Don't get worked up. Calm down.
we've been able to reinvest it in the business, and we've been able to grow. I'm not going to sell this thing to them. No.
In this clip, George, the co-founder of Afropay, expresses his resentment and disdain for the American insistence of using bank facilities for expansion. Historically, Afropay has funded expansion through their own balance sheet. George argues passionately for the adherence to this long-standing tradition, an example of high certainty avoidance. So strong is the conviction of George to avoid uncertainty that at the end, the entire deal fell through at the expense of great future success. Number 3, limitations. Criticism has been leveled against the Hofstede study. The criticism entailed that the results from the study were skewed. Only one organization was studied, and the dimensions extracted was extracted from an existing internal company survey. The second criticism is that cross-cultural misunderstandings may occur. Continuous study is needed to test, for instance, the validity of uncertainty avoidance in Asian cultures. Finally, contemporary relevance has been challenged, as the data that was collected in the study was done in the 60s. Finally, number 4, additional resources. In spite of the criticism, contemporary researchers have been inspired by Hofstede to conduct further research. We have researched and summarized 2 cultural dimension models. Number 1, the Globe Research Program. Inspired by Hofstede, the research program developed cultural dimensions. The study aims to capture both the culture's values and the current practices of the society. The second model is the Trumpeter model. The researchers summarize what, in their view, are values that capture national differences.